Hello. Yes, I said it like that because it's hot. Hello. Welcome to Unboxing Alyss, the YouTube channel with the purple box that unboxes things. I'm, of course, Alistair Frost. And welcome again to the summer of poodling because it is so darn hot in this room. Why is this the hottest room in my house? I don't understand that. I guess because like the computers and everything are over there, but it's super hot, significantly hotter than my activity room, which is like right next door. And weirdly, my primary bedroom is the coolest in the house. I don't get it, but it's hot, so I'm gonna go ahead and just poodle again for August because yeah, I can't I can't with those sleeves. We'll wait to the fall. Anywho, as I may or may not have titled this, I don't know. This is before I title things. I was going to do a mythical mysteries month and kind of combine two things that may or may not have anything to do with each other. I'm not really sure yet because I do not know what the second one is. But this video is all about mythical no, let's start that again. Lil Myths. Sorry. I believe it's by AkadyaArt. I may have switched some of those vowels and consonants. Of course, I'll put it in the description. But they made these really cute mythical creature themed pins like, oh my gosh, probably 2 or 3 years ago. I've had these pins for a while, and this was yet another Kickstarter where I was like, who do I put this with? I again was going to put it with the nostalgia pins because they were just kind of oddball sets of pins that didn't really match with another group. Like, I have my Ghibli pins, or I had so many of the Avatar pins that from the same creator that I could do a whole month on those. But with the Little Myths and like I don't have a lot. But with the opportunity for the second video, I decided to stick it with that. So we've got a bunch of pins that are based on like mythical creatures from, I'd say, all around the world. I think a lot of them are Western based. There are a few that are not. You're free to look these up. I'm sure most of these you've heard of. There are a few you might not have. A couple I do know. I know where they're actually from, so I'll mention that when we get there. But let's get started. I'm actually really excited. These pins come in like two different looks. So the original look for the Kickstarter were pastel, and if you've been watching my channel, you know I don't like pastel colors. It's just not my thing. But these pins look really cute. I like the rainbow pastel that they came up with. And I think it's towards the end of the campaign, maybe. But they came out with like this. Oh, I wish I could remember what they called this variety, but they're a lot. They're like cooler colors, and it was really hard to choose. I ended up going with the cooler colored set, and we will get into these if I can open this. I believe I checked these when I actually got them like 2 or 3 years ago. They all should be in here. So there's going to be 11 pins. I think there's like some freebie mini pins and like a random sticker. Oh, and I think I got free washi tape with my set because I got the full set. Well, the full set was 10 at the time. I think we unlocked an extra character, so I had to add that on at the last second, or maybe I had to add it on like during the service. I don't know what happened, but I think I should have 11 pins. We'll go ahead and do like the extra stuff later. We'll just go through the mythical creatures first. And let's see, all lovely packaged. Oh no, there we go. You can see that, hopefully, maybe. I don't know where this camera's looking. Let's get these bundles out. They are so, oh, that stuff doesn't look so lovely wrapped. Lovely wrapped? I don't know if that's a word, but they're this. They're wrapped like that. And it really pains me to unwrap them because they are going to be a mess when I get done with them. Another bundle. Oops. Yes, and I think the mini pins and like everything else are separate. So I'll put those over there for now. And oh, this is gonna be fun. Let's see. Are these knotted? Oh, poop nuggets. Okay, these are knotted, so I definitely cannot open that with paws. With pins. Breathe deeply. Focus on the knot. Be the knot. Come on. If it takes too long, I'm gonna have to just. Can I just take this off to the side? Yes. Oh my god, I can't. All right, sweet. Let's just do that. All right. And oh, there's tissue paper everywhere. Go ahead and unwrap the tissue paper off of these so I can hold them up. Now put my claws back on. I should just wrap all of them at this point because I'm going to have to do it all over again. 4. Okay. All right, Pogs. Okay. So we'll start with whoever this is. I'm just going to put tissue paper. No. Dang it. No. Okay, here we go. I'll just put the tissue paper over there. So our first one's a griffin, and you'll see that those cooler colors. If you go on the Kickstarter, and I will link it in the description, you can, well, once you click on the Kickstarter, you'll see the pastel version. So they have all the same creatures, just these are the, like, I don't know, night stargazy variant, whatever. So we're going to start with a griffin. And I just love all of these. There's not, I don't know if there's a favorite per se, because I just think these all look really cool. I'm try and move these around because I've noticed in my videos, if I don't move the pins, like if the light hits it the wrong way, you can't see anything. Go ahead and put that there. So much tissue paper. Okay, go over there. And Griffin is, I believe, from like Greek-ish Roman mythology. Scream at me if I'm wrong, but those are pretty common mythical creatures that most people know about. They also exist in D&D. Actually, my character Naya, who is a druid, who I mentioned before in other videos, she can turn into a griffin. And as part of our homebrew campaign, the DM is allowing her to transform into a griffin, a manticore, and actually 2 other monstrosities that I need to come up with and give to her at one point. So this next one is a bent corner because I squished it. It's a tassel worm. This one I'm not as familiar with. I think it's like a, cat snake, as you see, but I'm not sure where this one comes from. So I think I was actually going to utilize this for an original species I'm creating. If you remember my character Lunar Twilight, she is the original species, well, one of 3 original species that I'm creating. But in my kind of like their lore, each of the kingdoms have a specific mythical creature that they really revere. I think I was going to give like the desert keys, the tassel worm, but I was still doing research and researching on that thing for 5 years at this point. Original speech take a very long time to make. So, okay, next. Oops. Crap. Okay. Tanuki, or the Japanese raccoon dog, which I believe are not actually raccoons at all. It's just the name. They are often called that in like anime, especially when there's a dub, like an English dub of it. They're usually called raccoon dogs. They're not called tanukis. Even in like Super Mario, if you saw the Super Mario Brothers movie, or if you just know Mario, his little power-ups, one of them is a tanuki suit. And they often call it, again, raccoon dog, but they are not raccoons. They are fairly unique to Japan. They are really adorable, and you can read up all about them. There's actually I believe it is Studio Ghibli. I don't think it is Hayao Miyazaki's as a director, but there is a movie called Pompoko. It actually might be his. It's very environmental, and he is a very big environmentalist. So Pompoko might be his, but that is all about Tanuki and this little colony of them, and how they're just trying to survive in like a world of humans encroaching on their not atmosphere, their habitat. So it is anthropomorphic animals. They are talking Tanuki. Actually has 3 very different art styles in it too. It's got very realistic Tanuki for certain situations, like realistically drawn. The standard Tanuki, which looks very anthropomorphic, and then the like chibi deformed version for like goofy moments. So if Pom Pom was actually a really cute movie, I would suggest that one. And again, that I think might be the only mythical creature we have from Japan or like Asia in general. Because while Tanuki are real animals, there is a belief in Japanese mythology that they can transform into other things. Same with Kitsune, which I don't know if you can see my shirt, but here is Momo from the Pride. What is it? Oh my god. It was oh my god. It's a company I'm not too happy with anymore. But this was also a Kickstarter, and Momo was part of their Pride campaign. She is a kitsune. Unfortunately, there's no kitsune in here, but she's also a mythological creature, so that's why I wore their shirt, even though it's clearly fading. The next one is a Periton. Periton? I say Periton. I don't know if I'm saying that right. It is basically a winged deer. So think a deer, stick wings on it. Periton. They're really, really cute. Well, this one is cute. They also exist in D&D. I believe they are more Western based. In D&D, they are not very nice at all. I think they will attack people and like eat their hearts or something like that. I actually incorporated them as well as Manticore, and we'll get to Manticore in a second. As I'm talking, I'll go ahead and unbox the next four. But yeah, Manticore are also not very nice. They do benefit my character Naya, since she, again, can turn into them. We've enabled that in our homebrew. But Manticore can talk. They actually know common, or a common language. So when I transform into them, I can actually talk to people, including enemies and my teammates, with pretty much all beasts that druids can turn into. Beasts can't talk. So that is a downside to wild shaping. You cannot communicate verbally with your team. But since I can turn into something that can talk, I can actually communicate. But yeah, my character Naya has a long-standing hatred, her and her people, with Manticore, based on the background and the history that I gave her. So I believe Manticore, again, are also in here somewhere. I just don't know where the heck they are. So hurry up and unwrap the next. Oh, I just destroyed that. That's excellent. Good. Luke. Wait, I thought I was going to put the pins over here. What am I doing? Jeez. Yeah, I'll put the pins over here and the trash over there. The tissue paper is very nice and it's lovely presentation, but I'm not going to keep it. It's not going to stay. Let's see. That. And, oh, okay. One of these does have 3, so this is probably one I grabbed. Wow. Okay, this is actually, I believe, the creature that was added at the last minute. This is a Kelpie, which is kind of like a water horse, I think, sort of. I almost said they're like part human. I'm thinking of Selkie. But yeah, Kelpies are like water horses, I suppose. So they may appear in My Little Pony. I don't know if a sea pony. No, it's a campus. Never mind. I don't know. Google Kelpie. But this is the Kelpie we were given. This was the 11th pin that I believe was added either at the very last minute or as like an add-on to make it 11. Else I would have, the full set would have been 11 instead of 10. So, but this is the Kelpie, and it is super cute. After the Kelpie, nope, you are upside down. We have a dragon, a Western dragon. So, standard Western dragon, we all know what that is. The Eastern dragons are the noodles. So, and I actually don't think we have one of those. And no, Worm does not count as an Eastern dragon, but so we have a standard Western dragon breathing fire. So in D&D, you have various dragon types, and they can breed various different types of things. So in our campaign, our characters have baby dragons, and like Naya has a blue dragon, and he actually breathes lightning. So, and he's cute. Well, if you looked up pictures of blue dragons, they are very ugly. But I found a very cute picture of a baby one, and that's what we use in Roll20 when we play. And finally, for this group, we have a phoenix. And most people know what a phoenix is. Even show up on My Little Pony. There's a whole episode dedicated to a phoenix. We covered that in the podcast, actually. And one of the ponies she thought the phoenix belongs to the princess of Equestria, Celestia, and one of the ponies, as I talk, I will unbox this last group. Well, she saw the phoenix, though she didn't know it was a phoenix, and thought it was sick because it was kind of on its last legs. So she decided to kidnap or phoenix nap it and try to like heal it, which we talked about in the podcast. We're like, what do you do? You don't know what this is. Why are you trying to fix it when you don't flip and know what it is? What you could kill it for all you know. Not my favorite episode of season one. It really isn't. But yeah, if you want to hear more about what we thought about that episode, please check out our podcast, Everypony Should Pony Pony, on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. I don't have an Apple device, so I think it's Apple Podcasts. But it would be A Bird in the Hoof, and I think I'll let it into. Oh yeah, that's. I love our episode, our podcast episodes. I do not like those two episodes of the show, but yeah, that's. I believe Phoenix. I don't. Phoenixes, I guess, are also of Western descent. But I could be wrong if I am yelling. And I think at least two of these in this group are not. So, or at least one of them. So, we'll start with a unicorn. I don't know why there's a Pegasus in here, but I guess it almost is a duplicate if you got a parrot. So, we have a unicorn. And we all know what a unicorn is, and that's also of Western mythology. They are also very prevalent in My Little Pony. They are one of the three main races in the show. And of course, they know magic. I'm assuming, like, not in real life, you know what I mean? In, like, other mythology that is My Little Pony, they also have some kind of magic. They definitely do in, this was not the best movie. I kind of forgot I saw this movie this year, but Death of a Unicorn. It stars Jenna Ortega and Paul Rudd for some reason. So yes, Ant-Man, that guy. And Jenna Ortega's in like everything horror, so she's a very bona fide scream queen at this point. Good for her. I do love Jenna Ortega. But there was a movie called Death of a Unicorn, which was weird and got like rich people hunting for a unicorn. And yeah, anyway, unicorns did look good. Like in the movie, the unicorns looked great. But they were not nice unicorns at all. Well, don't kidnap their baby. I think they're fine. If you mess with their baby, they are nasty. Which, to be fair, if someone messed with your baby, you'd probably get nasty too. Our next one is going to be mispronounced. Quetzalcoatl. Yell at me in the comments. I don't know how to pronounce the name, but this is actually a god of like Aztec, I think, Aztec or Mayan or possibly both mythology. So this isn't just like a lot of these creatures. There's species. Quetzalcoatl is a god. I believe they're just one thing. So, but it's still really, really cool looking, and I love it. I did consider using him for my species, and then realized, oh wait, it's not a species, it's just one god. So no, I cannot use a god in my lore for my species. Don't do that. Don't do that. We've got two more. We've got the Manticore. Also a big deal for my character Naya in our campaign. Manticore, I think their heads are usually more human-faced or out. If you look at the D&D, like the monster manual, they might actually be in like the basic rule. I'm not sure. But they have like human faces. It's really horrifying. I hate it. I hate everything about it. Of course, they do show up in My Little Pony very briefly. They're going to have more lion faces because in My Little Pony, it's all about anthropomorphic animals, barring the equestrian hero. But yeah, Manticore are also not very nice. But as I said before, they speak common, so that helps my character a lot. And I have fur in my hair now, or fur in my mouth, and I'm just going to deal with it. And finally, we have a Wendigo. There's a lot of debate with this one. I think I mentioned this in a couple other videos. I know for sure I've mentioned it in one of our podcasts because with one of the podcasts we recently recorded, it involved Wendigos. They do show up in My Little Pony as well. They are kind of just windy horses that make winter come. That's not at all what a Wendigo is. I would suggest looking this one up. They're often depicted more deer-like. I don't think they've ever really had that. They're based in a number of like indigenous First Nations mythology. They take this one actually very seriously. It's kind of a creature that is constantly hungry and just has this insatiable hunger. But I would highly suggest Googling this one, the actual Wendigo, because what you've seen in a lot of Western media isn't really correct. But this is a cute animal nonetheless. Like, this is a cute pig. but I don't think it's at all accurate to what the Wendigo is supposed to look like. But Wendigos are supposed to be, I believe, more humanoid. They are kind of a transformation that humans go through. I believe it involves like greed and hunger, like or hunger for more things. But again, double check on the internet. But this pin looks cute. Not knocking the artist or anything like that. This is just it's a really misunderstood mythical creature, and it's actually relatively important to the indigenous people that have it in their mythology. Not all indigenous tribes recognize the Wendigo, but there are some that absolutely do. But so it's really cool that this was included because it is one of the few non-Western ones we have. Quetzalcoatl, the Wendigo, the Tanuki, and that actually might be it. I think the rest of these are more. Well, I don't know where the heck the Worm comes from, but most of the rest of these are Western based. So it's nice seeing a little bit of variety. But that is it for the pins. I have for the main mythical creature pins. I do have a few minor pins. They're all on one sheet, so I don't have to do too much. Okay, fine. I'm gonna pull everything else out now. We're close to the end. I'm gonna have to unwrap this anyway. Oh, I wrapped that poorly. Excellent. What I want. Goody. All right. Back on my hand. So these are the little mini pins. They're just little like fairy butterfly somethings. These came free with my pledge tier. So they look really pretty. And I think like with the main pins, this came with like a pastel version as well. I don't know if I held that up long enough. Wow. Okay. We've got a random sticker that came with my tier. And it is Quetzalcoatl. Though now you can actually see the pastel colors. This one, I just got a random sticker. I didn't choose this. So, I don't know if there were any stickers for the darker versions, but you can see the standard pastel color in Quetzalcoatl here. It's very cute. I love it. And finally, we have some washi tape. Which, dang it. I'm going to take this off again. I could just hold this up and show you too. You can't really see very well. I'm going to pick up both. I can't pull this apart. There we go. Loop. I hit my nose again on my watch. What I do. Okay. And some washi tape that ran away from me. I'm still not sure what washi. I guess just tape, like decorative tape. I do like the way this looks. It's really, really pretty. Hopefully you can see that. I'm not quite sure how to use it. I guess just tape up things you want to look cool. I don't know, but that's the washi tape that also came free with. This one might have been free for all backers who backed over a certain amount. I have to double check on the Kickstarter. I don't remember. Yeah, and this fur in my mouth is driving me nuts. So let's wrap this up. But that's it. That is all of them. They are cute, and I love them. So yeah, that's it. I'm really happy with this campaign. I think everything came out fantastically. Big shout out to. It'll be in the description arts. I think I want to say Adaya. I looked at it before I started shooting this, and then the name immediately went out of my head. They did a really, really good job. I'm sorry these were unboxed so late, because I'm pretty sure I've had these for at least 2 years. But no, these look amazing. I actually may put these possibly on my Jumbo Eat a Bag that I unboxed a couple months ago, because I have 2 other inserts that don't have anything on them. There's definitely going to be some other pins coming, My Little Pony themed in particular, like down the line. They're being produced right now. But I really want to show these off because these look amazing. They really do. I love the cooler colors. I think I might just choose some of my favorite like mythical creatures, because they're all the same color scheme. I really like Quetzalcoatl, though Quetzalcoatl again is God, not just a species of mythical creatures. Always love griffins, just like my character Naya. She's just absolutely obsessed with them, and her tribe has a very close relationship with the ones that live near the mountains on her Pride lands. I do like unicorns, but I'm a fan of My Little Pony. So weirdly enough, like I think I like the Earth ponies the most in the show. A lot of the unicorns just appear very snooty. Though I do have a unicorn for, or well, pony Sona, I guess. For my primary Sona is Akina, and she is a Pegasus because I absolutely love flight, not flying on a plane, though I'll do it. Like actual like having wings and flying, I really think it's cool. So that appeals to me about being a Pegasus. But with my character Coco, she is a unicorn. She is more sophisticated. She has the same job as an appraiser as I do, and she is just more of a city girl. And I just gave her the easy out of you got magic, you can magic things and help it, you do stuff. So I do have a unicorn character. But yeah, the unicorn, the Perryton is so cute. Oh my god. I love this version of the Perryton. I really wish they were this nice looking and this nice in D&D because they are totally not. But I do love that Perryton right there. And always gotta love a Phoenix. Phoenix. I don't know the plural. Phoenix, whatever. It's cool. Whatever it is. And Tanuki. Tanuki will have my heart because Pump was a really, really cute movie. And Tanuki themselves are just really cute animals. Yeah, I think that's it. So, we are done. I'm dying. I need to wrap this up. You guys know the drill. If you like what I do, like, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. For the second half of August, as mentioned in the beginning of this movie, I know words. The beginning of this video, I'm going to be unboxing a mystery box from Celestial Fluff Crafts. Celestial Craft. I looked at that too before I started this video, and I forgot immediately. But Celestial, it'll be in the. I'll type it out. Anyhow, this is the person that contacted me on Reddit, and we're looking to collab with YouTubers. And I said, "Yep, that sounds really fun." So they did send me this box to, well, unbox. I did pay shipping, though I will go ahead and put the paid promotion or whatever YouTube does, just in case, just to be safe. They did send me the box, and so I didn't have to pay for the box, but I did pay shipping for said box. So there's a little skin in the game, I guess. But I'm just going to unbox it and tell you guys what I think. And it is a true mystery box. I do not know what's in it. All I did was, when it got here, I just opened it so I can open the box and start doing things. Did not look in depth to what's in it. So we will all be surprised together next time in that video. So until then, I'm going to go not die and talk to you guys later. Good night.